There we go. I wonder, that probably did it. Well, I don't know why it does that sometimes. This is so weird. So repeat all that, but yeah. Yeah. No, I was saying I have the day off. You think you broke VS? Like, that's a feature. That's not a bug. Did you see the poll that went up? Poll that, you know, like, what should we be prioritizing? I actually voted on that. Normally I don't do any kind of votes. You know, we're gonna start that song over. But I saw that and I was like, for the love of Christ, fucking fix what you put in. That's the first thing I thought. Like, won't you? How about this? As soon as I throw it, like when I throw an item out and it doesn't glitch randomly into the ground, then we can start looking at new things, right? Why don't you flesh out those dimensions a little bit more? Let's, you know, let's fix some of the mounting stuff. Like, so let's polish off some of those systems. I want oceans to have something in them. Can't figure out what mod breaks it. I don't know. I mean, you getting anything in the logs? That's probably what I'd look at. See if there's like a mod that's trying to load it. It's obviously something with world gen, some mod with world gen, or at least not obviously. That would be the first thing that I would look at, right? Because if you're starting a new world, it's got to be world gen related. So I pulled this up here. Kind of wondered what this was. Sell me on this Sea of Thieves. Server main, that'd be one place to look. Also the client, right? You know, some log somewhere's got to be spewing something, getting hung up on something. This does not look fun. Skip ahead. Skipping. It's not, that wasn't a real like gameplay, you know, like I could tell that they're really trying to like sexy this game up here. I don't know. You know what? Sea of Thieves, you lost me. What else we got? Wayfinder. No idea what that is. That's a cool looking weapon. No idea what that is, though. Just kind of looking at things here. You know, just kind of looking before we hop into modding. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. All right, so there's nothing. All right, good. All right, let's do some modding stuff. Last night, I have the idea, like what the next big update, I guess you could say, is gonna be. It's gonna be all this right here. Basically, I want to focus on rust crystal generation. Everyone's getting hung up on the barrels recipe. And I get it, because it's kind of like the primary way to get crystals, but it was supposed to be like a passive way on top of this system, right? So what I want to do is have the rust, the rift anchors, the ones that are for, you know, creating the crystals. I want them to be able to dynamically see if they are in an unstable, temporarily unstable area, right? Temporally unstable area. Depending on the temporal stability, they will produce medium or large crystals instead of the small. And then from there, right, I could do some stuff like, depending on your magic tier, maybe you'll be more successful and you won't have negative effects from breaking bigger crystals. You know, little things, right? But having it to where like it actually looks at the stability of where you place it down. I also want you to be able to put down like the one of those anchors to tell you what the stability is going to be in that area and what it can produce. I also want to add a mechanic to Well, like I said, you know, breaking the crystals, like, you know, something should happen, right? Maybe make it to where, like, maybe you have a chance of getting some, you know, some more mana back, right? Replenishing some mana. But maybe also, like, you could shatter your mind or something, you know? That way there's a little RNG to mining these things. Change the barrel recipes, you know, so kind of get rid of seawater, make it to where, like, small is going to be regular water. Medium's going to be weak tannin, the strong's going to be, you know, the big's going to be strong tannin, right? Something like that. Have it to where it just kind of flows throughout the days. And then change the ritual of the rust. I think I wanted to create an item that you could use as a consumable and be able to, you know, be able to spawn a rift wherever you want. All the mana you will ever need. All the mana and more. I have ads right now. I hope they're good ads. I hope they're good. All right, so we got Rustbound Magic. Let's hop into this world. I was thinking about it last night. I ran into a snag, right? And I was about to work on it, and I'm like, you know what? I have the day off. Let me just stream it. Let me stream it. So the first step is going to be having these anchors actually do something. Rivian, hello. Hello, hello. Doo-doo. Here, let's put this on random. Let's put it on shuffle. Let me in the game. Are you working on your airships? Nope, I'm working on magic. The airship mod is in a pretty good state. I just released it. It's been pretty solid. So what I'm working on here is having the anchors actually spawn different size crystals right now. So it's all magic related. So right now I have area stability and I have the unstable crystal size. There we go. So it looks like they convert back okay. See, the problem is if I put one of these down, see, now it's all chaotic and large. So the rifts actually do change the block position stability. And I didn't think they would do that. So I think what I need to do is find the offset. Yeah, see, that should be converting back. So I'm going to spawn a bunch of these here. We should be getting some quick ticks. There we go. Yeah, see, so I'm making small crystals there. All right, so what I need to do, let's put in some additional information in that heads-up display there. I saw the ViesCraft, awesome update. Yeah, the machines feel good now. I'm very happy with the machines. Like it feels smoother. I like the fact that, like, right off the bat, like, there were a couple things I wanted to fix with that mod, right? I wanted to make it to where you could get a machine earlier in your game, you know, like, just you get copper, you could pretty much have a working machine. Now it's slow, right? But you have a working machine. All the updates, but if you want to put down, like, the different upgrades, you know, and you actually insert the upgrades into various parts of the machine, how you turn it on now with the key and everything, oh, feels good. And it also allows you, like, there's still progress, right? You have to have, like, copper, iron, steel, right, to get some of the good upgrades. So you got a little treadmill, but the machine with the fastest, like, the best temporal assembly and the speed adapter, flying machines go fast now. they are quick. All right, so I need to display, I'm going to display this here. We'll put test in, get temporal stability. All right, we're going to skip time just a little bit. Here, let's get all of our temporal stability back. I love my debug blocks. I hate these cicadas in this. You know, the 1.20 update, I love it for the most part. I hate the little damn pixel bugs that we have now. So nothing like annoying ass freaking cicadas chiming in your ears. You get that in real life, you know? Okay, so we are at 1.5 stability. So it brings it right down to 0. Okay, so let's start looking at the offset. Is the offset really... Is the offset really 1.5? This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna cut this out. We're gonna come in here. I'm going to create a string test equals. I'll do this plus 1.5f. We are going to encapsulate this. And then what I'll do is we will pull up, I think it's string util dot. So this was, okay, so I don't think it's this that I necessarily want. So it's not string util. I think it's gonna be you know, I think I could probably just go over here and do like a toString. There we go. Perfect. I'm overthinking it. And let's put this in. Let's see what it looks like if I offset it by 1.5. Oh, I was gonna say, why is this unhappy? That. Here, let's safely shut down. We're gonna restart this here. I'm gonna restart this. Because I think maybe it is 1.5 for that offset. If that's the case, that just fixed the problem I was hung up on last night. I used to play Minecraft a long time ago. Rustbound kind of reminds me of Thaumcraft. Have you heard of it or taken inspiration from it? I hope this does not offend you in any way. Oh, don't worry, it doesn't offend me. Yeah, I played Minecraft in the past too. I was a mod developer for Minecraft as well. I still side-eye Minecraft every once in a while. I look back and I'm like, should I go back to Forge and do some modding there too? But no, I used to love Thaumcraft, Ars Magica. Those were my two favorite mods. Lycanites mobs, that was another one. Biomes Aplenty or extra large biomes, right? Twilight Forest, that was another really good one. Tinker's Construct. I always had like the core mods, but yeah, I took inspiration from all of them. I actually have... There we go. I have a little homage to him right here. Yep, inspired by Ars Magic to Witchery. Yeah, Witchery, maybe Thaumcraft. It's more Thaumcraft now with the guide. But yeah. All right, let's hop back in this. Let's hop back into this world. Yeah, one of the spellcasting systems were actually going to be like a wand cap system. But then I was thinking about it, I'm like, you know, that was my least favorite part of Thaumcraft. The part I loved at Thaumcraft was like discovering things, right? Like you'd have your thaumometer, right? And you would be like walking around with your thaumometer. So that's where Meditation Insight came from. Here, let's, okay, so... I need a second test. I'm gonna have a test 1 and a test 2. This. This is what I need. So the test 1 is the offset. The true version is going to be test 2. So if I throw this down, so test 1 now becomes 1.5 and test 2 becomes 0. So I don't think that is... So the offset's a little different, isn't it? No, you know what? It should be right? If I subtract 1.5 from test 1, that becomes... Well, no, well, duh, yeah, that's not what I'm really looking at here. Hold on, let me take a screenshot. So I got these numbers here. We'll put them right there. Right there. Awesome, really enjoyed both Witchery and ViesCraft. Yeah, Witchery, I got that inspiration from my ritual system. I thought for Witchery it was pretty cool how like you would have like your whole like setup for rituals, right? Like you'd have your table and it would generate, you know, like I did some loose connections with it, but I know I wanted rituals in there. Yeah, and the meditation insight, yeah, that was pretty much a ViesCraft idea baby there. Now, of course, I put my own swerve on this stuff, but yeah, the basics were heavily inspired. So this, I mean, it zeroes out. It's almost like, does it have to be like 1.1? You know what I probably need to do? I probably need to do some more calculations here, because I don't think it's going to be 1.1 across the board. Let's go further down. Boop. Right, because look at the difference between these two. You know what? Shit, it may actually... Let's see here. It can't be 1.1. That's not... We gotta crack the code here. Yeah, see, because I'm getting nothing but large crystals. Come on, disappear. Please disappear. Let's just reload the game. That kills a rift. So, 0 and 1.1. There's gotta be a dynamic aspect here. Let's put this down. I was gonna say, is this just staying out later? Yeah, see, so 1.41. I mean, it looks on the surface, right? 1.41. So the real version is 0.3. I think we're going to play with this math a little bit. I think it shouldn't be offset by that much. So 3.2 is what this should be. Let's take a look at some of the other stuff in this in this system here. Let's pull up the base game system. There, .NET Spy. Bam. All right, let's load this up. So we are going to specifically look at the math involved to take a look at the temporal stability within an area. So what we basically need to do is check out what the offset to the stability is for the rift itself. So we're going to have to look at the rift. logic and try and figure out where it's doing the offset and how. And then get whatever that magic number is, right? And then use that calculation to offset. That way, when a rift goes down, the rift bloom will maintain what its original value is. That's what we need to do. So there's a special key here that we are missing. This crap needs to hurry the hell up. Like, what the fuck? I hate this. I hate this. It takes so long. Damn crap. Put it over there for now. I think I gotta clean some stuff out of it. Oh yeah, that was one of the old versions here. We'll fix that. Right? So this would technically be chaotic, right? Because it's very unstable here. You would have here, GM1. Yeah, so your stability is gonna fall pretty quick this far down. You know, another thing that I could do. Okay, so I need some guidance on this because I could be making a complex system for nothing. What if I take sea level, right? Whatever your map sea level is, and then I just make it to where, you know, anything super high hit sea level and then do like 10% below sea level. That whole space in the Y would create small crystals. And then from that 10%, right, take the rest of it from sea level and then cut that in half, right? So you would have that chunk to be medium, and then anything from, you know, whatever, 40 blocks or 20, like depending on your sea level, right, down to bedrock would produce large crystals. What if I do something as simple as that? And then not have to do all this extra math with recalculating the actual stability of an area. Would that basically do the same thing? Now there would be areas where it would be unstable, just naturally, that it would be nice to hit up spots like those so you don't have to go underground to get like medium or large crystals. That would also mean that I think during a temporal storm, you'd be able to grow large crystals right from the top, like right in your own front yard, as long as there was a rift around, right? But the stability, like the anchor would see the stability super low, so you don't have to go underground, where it's going to be more dangerous. I don't know. Pros and cons. Is this crap open yet? It's not. I have no idea why it's being like this, but I know how to fix it. Get rid of those. Get rid of those. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And get rid of that. This is weird. My .NET Spy is like freaking out. All right, let's remap this then. Let's go into Vintage Story. Yeah, see, it just wants me to open stuff. It's not the Explorer's all sorts of screwed up. Weird. Well, that sucks. I'm gonna have to fix this. Open list. Let's try to open... We'll open some of the Vintage Story DLLs here. Debug, view, code. Man, this sucks. All right, we'll have to figure this out. You know, I could take the opportunity to actually update this too. There, we'll remove Vintage Story. We'll get rid of the runtime. I'll deal with that later. So I'm wondering if it's going to be easier to just go with the Y offset. Kind of wondering if it's going to be easier. Yeah, I guess I'll have to do it the hard way then. Yep, I'm gonna have to take out my you know, my old record player to set the mood first, light some candles, and get out my chisel and hammer and start chiseling out on some stone tablets. I think that's what's gonna have to happen. I think that's what's gonna have to happen. That's so weird that it just like lost its brains. Yeah, it's so weird. This is bullshit. You know, I probably could get, I could probably update it. I'll do it later. It would have been nice to... Oh, did it get rid of all my files, too, that I had open? Man, I was researching so much about this game, and it's all, like, gone now. That's crap. Oh, well. No use crying over spilled milk, right? Hey, at least it's reset, right? It's a clean slate. it's a clean slate. All right. So what am I working on here? I like the idea of having it check. Let's pursue it this way. Let's look at the code this way, right? So this is the getting of temporal stability, which looks like it pulls from this method here. So there is a stability noise. Interesting. Math clamp stability noise. TerraGen config C level -Y for number 2. Then we start doing some clamp logic here. Ban, bitch! And then we start generating other numbers with the previous values to get the minimum and maximum. Get glitch effect extra strength. So, hey, look at that. There is a 1.5. I wonder if num3 minus all of that is the clamp value between 0 and 1.5. This on-get temporal stability does not equal null. So what is this on-get temporal stability? Get temporal stability delegate. Oh, okay. So that is intercepting, right? So we create a frequency strength cap. It's pretty interesting. All right, let's scroll back down. Prepare for next temporal storm. Try spawn mobs. Do spawn, load noise. All right, here we go. Back to temporal stability. Back to this temporal stability. So this is a public, right? Get temporal stability. So I need to figure out the offset here. I need to see what stability noise also is. Simplex noise from default octaves. Okay, so this is kind of taking the world seed into account. So that's just noise generation based on your seed. What is this TerraGen config? It's got to be the terrain generator. Yeah, okay, so these are the weights, I think. And we probably have, yeah, sea level defaulting to 110, but it's something you could change. Soil thickness. Okay, first, all the mods with warning signs get ticked off. That's a good... Man away, that is a good start. That's a good start. We get the map size. What is this glitch? Extra effect strength. Oh, that is interesting. So that would take into account a temporal storm. Okay, okay. And then on get temporal stability. Weird. So what if I do something... Okay, what if I do something like... Oh, like this. Hold on. First things first, right? Let's grab this, paste this in. I may not be able to get this extra strength. So we're gonna get temporal stability. Oh, another thing, it's going to be position, not entity player position. Boom. And crash. Ah, bugger off. Oh no. Hopefully it's not the base game that's screwed up and you gotta like... See, they're slightly different. It's supposed to be the same damn number and they're like slightly different. Oh, they're slightly different because I'm doing the wrong thing in here too. I'm getting player stability. I want positional stability. Oh man. Come on, Vice. Get it together, dude. There we go. That's why the math was a little off. Because the stability where I'm standing is different than that. Okay, so it's not moving now. Good. Now we can start working on some offsets. And I'm out of soda. Oh no, here, take mine. Oh man, it's good. That's good. I don't mean to rub it in, but I just realized you said you're out of soda, and I'm like, oh, it's so good. I didn't mean it. So this is an internal float, so I can't access this at all. Wonder if I can get data. So if there's no active storm, mod glitch strength, what is the mod glitch strength calculated as? See, that's not assigned to anything right there. Mod system rifts. Let me make a local variable here. I wonder if I could just look at the mod system here for the rifts. So it ties into rift weather. It may be rift weather that actually does the stability drain. Okay, 10 times a second, right? Looking at rifts. Okay, behavior stability offset. So I would be looking at a behavioral temporal stability affected is getting the player's ability for the stability. And then this just gets the distance from. And then I'm setting the stability offset to be this, depending on your distance from the rift. Crashed because of server overload. Ticks took too long. That just means it timed out. It means you didn't get an actual crash. That, or you don't have the RAM or, you know, required resources to fully boot up the server. If this is a server that you are trying to do and not something on the client. I ran into a problem too. So I had a server. I didn't put up any world borders. Some people got in, right? Played, decided to pull a Magellan and explore like 10,000 plus blocks. It increased the world size too much, and I didn't have the RAM to load the world, so it kept crashing on me before it came up. I had to increase the RAM size, or the RAM amount on my server because of that. I since then learned to, you know, put up world borders. Single player, I don't know, try and reinstall the game then. I mean, you're fighting the base game right now, right? Like, something's going. Like, can you remove all mods and just create a new world? Because if you can't even do that, probably want to reinstall. Save yourself some time. I'm not seeing anything in here. I am curious about something. So that is 4.1, 0.41. And then 6.7, it just disappeared. Holy crap, I think it's this. Crap, where is it? Where was it? This. So I think I need to get the difference between the two. Man, is it worth what I'm doing right now? Should I just literally use sea level and have it to where you need to be so far down to just spawn different crystals? Is that the better option here than super complex math? It kind of feels that way. Right, because if not, this is kind of what I'm gonna have to do. Let's go into the rift. Where's my rift? There we go, rift system. So for crystal generation, I mean, what I would have to do is like paste this in, right? And then instead of this block position, this player position, and then square distance 2, I would need to do something with this new block position, right? So let's come in here and say block position temp position, right? Let's create a variable with it, and then I would have to put in temp position, TEMPPOS. I would have to get a square distance 2 and see if that's even available for block position. So I could do this, right? What's nearest edge? Dimension aware, so I think it would be this. And then instead of rift position, it would have to be this. Right? Oh, but it wants the X, Y, Z, so that would have to be X. Whoops. Dot X. That would be Y. That would be Z. And then this would be the nearest position size. I probably need to make a new variable in here. I will call it a float. Offset to stability. I'll just do equals 0, Fers, 0F, right? And then here, you could say offset to stability equals, should be all of this. So that's going to be double to a float. So instead of a float, we will cast this entire thing static cast float. So that would be the actual stability, potentially. And then what I would have to do, I think, would be using this new stability offset number. Let's paste it in here. All right, so I can see what the ticks are. So I should be seeing medium? Nope, getting large crystals still. Wonder if I could make a custom playstyle so I don't have to pick parameters every time. I had suggested that, like, that we could have like a saved, you know, parameters and be able to load them, but kind of fell on deaf ears. So, guess we kind of get what we get, right? We get what we get. I think the system that I'm trying to make is a lot more complex than I originally thought. For now, for the sake of simplicity, to get something just at least that's a little better out there, I am going to do something a little different. We're going to get the sea level, whatever the sea level is, and we're going to go that route. All right, so if it's, we'll do within 10% of sea level or higher, will just automatically be a small crystal. We'll do all the math right in here, right in the old rift block. Damn it. Damn it. I'm trying to... It's not doing it? Weird. My keys are like all messed up now. I wonder what's going on. Alright, so let's just start writing some new code here. Oh, let's see. I need to get world data for the sea level. And I gotta see where exactly I can get that. Let's look at this.api.world.sea level. Oh, fucking sweet. So we're gonna get sea level, right? If, let's cut this out. I'm gonna comment that out. So I'm gonna say if we'll do this dot position I could just do POS dot Y is greater than or equal to the sea level times 0.9 F, right? And that can go up there, right? So if this Y possession is greater than or equal to 90% of whatever the sea level config is, right? That way it dynamically changes with your world. Right? So we could do that, and then what I can say in here, yeah, this math becomes so much easier. We'll say 40%. If it's greater than or equal to 40% in the nested if, then it's going to be considered unstable. If it's lower than 40% all the way to bedrock, then it's going to be chaotic and will produce large. Easy. Look at that. No crazy math. Chef's kiss. I know you just said sea level. Sea level could spawn only small. When you go down to third sediment layers, we could get any. No. Sea level is a parameter, an int, that is baked in on World Gen. So if you don't mess with your settings, default World Gen sea level is 110, right? So Y value of 110 is what the world defaults to as sea level. Now I'm doing the scaling, right? Because if you want to make sea level 200 because you want a deep mining world, what it's going to just scale in percentage to it, right? So I assume anything from 10% below sea level. That way, if you have divots and valleys and stuff, you can still produce small crystals. And then, you know, and I just go from there, right? So if you set sea level to be 50 for whatever reason in your world, because it's mostly a sky world, you know, you know, you'll be able to still get the small crystals, but you have a smaller section to be able to produce the bigger crystals. That's kind of how it's going to have to be. Like, you know, at the same sense that you need rifts active in the game to be able to interact with magic stuff. If I get some feedback sometimes from people where it's like, well, what if I don't want to use rifts? It's like, well, that's too bad. Like, the mod is built on that system. Like, you need rifts to play with this mod. If you don't want rifts, you can't use magic. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Or you can't pursue magic naturally. You could admin yourself all the spells and everything and play that way, but the natural progression through the mod of discovering new spells will be cut off. It will be sliced and diced. I think that's pretty good. Let's take a quick peek. Let's go underground, right? So small stable, right? Small stable. Right? This is default sea level, 110. Looks like it's still small stable. Small stable. Small stable. There we go, medium. So looks like this right here at 98 is the estimated percent for 90%. I mean, that very well could be right, But this is where, like, from this block, or from this block and up, right? From sea level, and then going up will produce small crystals. And then, what, 40% of 110? Like, all these are medium, right? Oh, yeah, unstable, medium. And it looks like we're at 40, we're at 30, no, we're at 40. So 40, it's definitely chaotic. Chaotic, chaotic. Medium, okay. So it looks like about 44 and down, or 44 and up will be medium. And then you got to go deep in the old pits here. Anything 40 down to bedrock. Yep, chaotic. Also, thanks for the info on the sea level is 110 and so on. Why? Yeah. Yeah. The thing that I think of is, like, if I can't explain how something works and why I did something, I probably shouldn't do said thing. Right? If I have no idea how it works. Yeah, so that'd be chaotic. So I think that's going to be the best way to do this going forward. All right? Ooh. I kind of like the idea. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. I kind of like the idea of creating other types of rift blooms. Maybe you need to grow rift blooms a little further down to get better versions of the rift bloom plant to get more drops. I wonder. Oh, look at my little elemental flying over there. One day you shall be my minion. Boop. All right, I think that's set. I think this is a pretty good system. Now the question here, should I make this something that can be changed in the configs? I don't think so. I think by you changing your own sea level when you create the world, you scale it the way you want that way. I don't think I need to turn this into a config to have you, like, dynamically pick at what levels things spawn at. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good. All right, let's copy this. Let's put it into practice. Let's pull up the Rift system. Hold on, let me comment this out. I'll say failure math FTW. There we go. Failure. There we go. Copy this. So really I want the temp position. Oh, snap. I don't need that. I just need Y. Just like that. Let's get the different crystal types here. So in here, that's going to be the small. This is going to be the medium. And this, of course, will be the large, which means all of this we can get rid of for now. I don't need anything with that else statement. Now we're gonna cut that out. I will paste that down there. I don't need that. Honestly, I don't need the temp position either. So this is what it's gonna look like. You put down a rust crystal, and depending on your Y, assuming that the deeper you go, right, in the mod, that's the constant. The deeper you go, the more temporally unstable it naturally is. Looks like it does scale with rift weather, but, you know, that's the general idea of it. Will light affect crystal growth speed? Nope. It has nothing to do with the light. It's going to have to do with the rift essence, or the lack of temporal stability in an area that we are simulating by taking a look at the Y value and assuming that the world runs the same everywhere, where, you know, the core system is the deeper you go in the ground, the more unstable it is. These are all ints, right? I think I need to put a static cast as an int. Here we go. We're gonna static cast it, just so you're not right on the cusp there and have stuff be a little off, right? That one block difference where on the anchor it says, yeah, you know, it's gonna spawn a medium, but then you get a large because they both don't agree. There we go. Now that should be pretty even every time. All right, let's test this out. Let me get rid of those extra bits. Oh, now it works. Now it works. There we go. All right, save, fireball. So you're gonna look at the rift anchor now. Area stability stable. I don't really need to say area stability, I don't think. Unstable, I should say crystal size. I'll leave those for now, right? So let's make sure this works. We'll spawn a bunch of these. I should be seeing small crystals. And then we can move on to the next thing, finally. Come on. There we go. Small. These were the different anchor. So we got a medium, large. There we go. Small. I hate hearing those cicadas. Yeah, that's the old rust anchor that's getting rid of there. I'm getting rid of that. All right, let's go underground. So that worked. Small. Okay, so medium. So here, let's spawn. Damn it. Spawn a bunch of these here. So this should be a medium crystal. This should be a small crystal. Oh, those were the old ones. Hold on. There we go. We got to put the newer ones down. All right, so that's a small crystal. This should be a medium. High stability. Come on. There we go. Unstable medium crystal. Sweet. Let's go further down. No. So it was right down here, right? So large, medium, large. Okay. So from here down should be large crystals. This should be the medium crystal. And if this works, it means my system is working. Yep, so we got a large rust crystal there. Come on, transform. Come on. I love playtesting things. It's so much fun. There we go. Medium crystal, large crystal, large crystal. Yeah, and they're all becoming large crystals now. And just to double check, boop. These are all the new ones. Whoops. There, do that. Back up. Yep, there we go. Large crystal. That's all I wanted to see. Damn it. Perfect. Up and out. Okay, so that system is done. Let's take a look at our text document here. I will say done. So telling you the information, that part is done as well. So the anchors will tell you what they will produce. I'll do some wordsmithing later. Maybe add mechanic that will have a chance to spawn, have a chance of affecting you when you break it. I'll skip that for now. Change the barrel recipe, skip that for now. Okay, this is the other thing I wanted to work on, right? So the ritual of the rust, I think it would be a good idea to be able to create some kind of like, maybe I could call it like a rift seed or something. A usable item that you could consume, right? And it would spawn a rift in that area. Because see, the thing is, these things, like, not only is it going to depend on your why, you will also, they still have to trigger from a rift being around them. So instead of setting up a ritual kind of underground where it's cramped, it kind of makes more sense to just have it produce the item, the ritual of the rust, and then like that item could have various strengths. So if you wanted to, right, you could use one of the huge rifts underground, and it would be like a huge, that would actually be pretty funny. It would be just like an enormous rift. Maybe that. What would I call the item, though? Like a talisman of the rift? Whatever it is, it's going to be like a consumable item. Unless I'm overthinking it. Like, should you still have to like clear out a space underground and then set up the ritual and just perform the ritual? Like, would it be more fun as a ritual or as an item that you consume? That is the question. Let's take a look here. Let's create one of our... Let's create a ritual of the rust. There we go. We'll go over here and do it. Just kidding. We'll go over here. I already had a ritual set up there. There we go. Let's get some magic chalk. Boop. And these are going to be torches. Let's get our rustic mana torch. Boom, 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 boom. One block is incomplete or missing. Which block is it? Let's take a look at the guidebook. I can't remember what else I need. Ritual of Runic Power. There we go. Ritual of the Rust. What is blue? Oh, any elemental crystal. Now I wonder if I should. Oh, I gotta change this. I think. I don't think it's gonna work with that. And then we need some primordial fragments. Only one. We'll get a stack though. Get rid of those. Get rid of those. There we go. That should be our ritual. So it does work with the rust crystals. Let me actually test all of these rust. Ritual of the Rust. And put that there. So it looks like it's probably calm rift weather. Yeah, it is. So these won't stay out too long, which is good for testing. Throw that, throw that. Throw that. Boop. This is a good system. We need a medium crystal. And we'll get a purple one, because I want to test to make sure that will work. We need light mana torches here. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. It takes 2 primordial fragments. 1, 2. Boom, baby. So this is going to be a rift of a larger size there. Yep. Looking good. Let's get a light mana lantern out. Throw that. There we go. Ritual of the Rust 3. We'll use a large rust crystal. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. It should take 1, 2, 3. And this is the biggest one you can make. I'd say that's pretty good. I'd say that is pretty darn good. All right. That's good. That works. Maybe I won't do this. You know, it would be interesting. Okay, how's this for an idea? And I don't know how well it would work. What if you could capture a rift? You had an item, and you could go up to a rift, and you can, like, trap it in the item. And then you could, like, open it back, you know, like, use that item to, like, spawn a rift again. I don't know how I fully like that idea, but it is something I could do. Although it would make the ritual a little useless. It would have to be like a consumable item. Oof. Yeah, move a rift but consume the item. Yeah. I mean, it would be pretty neat because you would have like the whatever that rift anchor would be, or whatever I would call it. Oh, rift anchor would have been a good name for it. Damn it, missed opportunity. I already have a rift anchor. But yeah, like so you could do a ritual, right? You could do a ritual of the rust, spawn your rift, and then you could trap it in an item, and then you could go like underground and then like trigger that item to spawn that rift. But then that item would disappear, right? But what's to stop someone from just re-trapping a rift before it expires? You know what I mean? Like, what's to stop someone from doing that? Because I can't write any kind of tag or anything on the rift itself that would say this one has already been trapped, you can't re-trap it. Use a ritual to make the rift consumable, would pick it up and move it. Like move it underground. Make large crystals. Yeah, right? You could just also hollow out the little area you need to like do the ritual underground too. But I do see the merit in being able to like trap a rift. That would be another thing that a Rust Mage could give to players too. So they could tend to their crops and fields. Right? Just do a quick check and be like, yeah, the rift weather's like medium or high. Rifts will stay out for a while. Let me use this item to spawn a rift in my field and, you know, increase crop growth. That's definitely doable. Oh, I also changed in this new update. I think I fixed the weird ambient kind of blur that's around when people get rust sickness. So now rust sickness looks a little different. You can see in my screen that it's more like pulsy, kind of like coming away from you a little bit. Almost like warp drive, right? Almost like warp drive. But it's you know, it's kind of like, you know, right there. And then when it comes out, right, everything still looks clear. So I think I fixed that for the next update. What would I name this item? I'm terrible with names. This is what's gonna hang me up here. What should I name this consumable item? A Rift Lacrima? Because I do have Lacrimas. Neutral Essence Lacrima. It's really a Lacrima. I deemed it as something that stores something, right? Stores some kind of energies. So you have the Neutral Essence, Light Essence, and Dark Essence Lacrimas. Maybe I should just make one that's like rust colored and call it a Rift Lacrima. With the Rift consumable, can you make it so the Rift time does refresh on consumption? What are you talking about? Rift time refreshes? Let's turn this back on. Let's revive these dead plants. Poor plants. Killed by my negligence. I feel the druid magic in the air. We'll let those think about themselves. Ah, there we go. Come back to life, my pets. No crop shall go to waste anymore. There we go. Rift bomb or grenade. I don't want you lobbing it like a grenade. Although, I don't know, maybe. It would take a lot more extra steps, though, to make it like an item you throw, and then it pops up a rift. But it would feel very Pokemon-esque. Make it so the rift time, does not refresh on consumption. See, the problem is, rift time is relative. Rift time's gonna be different depending on if what the rift weather is, If it's calm, like it is right now, rift time doesn't matter because you got top 30 seconds before it closes, just as is. Can't really store that kind of like time to live information too easily. Okay, instead of creating an item and using an item, oh, this is an idea. What if I reuse one of my spells? Cleansing Light. So Cleansing Light, let's see, let's pull up my admin tool here. We'll just spawn a bunch of rifts, right? So basically you could come up to rifts, cast this spell, bam, it erases all rifts in an area. What if Cleansing Light, instead of erasing the rift from existence, it just made the rift drop a rift lacrima or whatever the item is that you could then use, right, to get that rift back? Right? Instead of like, oh, I gotta craft this item and I have to do what, you know what I mean? Like the extra steps, then you gotta stack those, and then you got these other kind of lacrimas now to stack. What if it just, you know, it's a spell that you have already. Oh, just come up, cast the spell, bam. Dropped an item right there, right? And I could just take a snapshot of the rift size, because that's the only part that's really important. The only like real important part of a rift. I like this idea. I'm doing it. I don't think I should call it a lacrima, because it's going to confuse people, because lacrimas are used a certain way. They'll see lacrima and they'll be trying to put it into like essence generators. Oh, I could make this item consumable in the neutral essence generator to maybe give a burst. Oh, maybe this would be interesting. What if it was kind of like a lacrima? What if you put it in an essence generator to get like a burst of essence? Put it in the lacrima slot, and then when it consumes it, it just eats the whole item and gives you like 1,000 essence or something. For whatever that essence type. It's just like auto filters it. That'd be interesting. So should I call it a lacrima? A rift lacrima? I'm gonna do that. I'm totally gonna do that. I like that idea. All right, so to create a new item, we'll do it right now. Doing it live. Okay, so another thought is, should this be placeable on the ground? I don't think so. I think it should just be an item. I don't think it's something you really need to place on the ground and then have it like work. All right, let's look at item types. Where would it be? Wearable, right? I guess not. I guess I moved it. There we go. Okay, it's a tool, I guess. I classify it as a tool. Copy, paste. So tool... Rift lacrima. This is a cool idea. I like this idea. Anywhere you see essence, make it say rift. Freaking rift lacrima, we're doing this. So instead of neutral, dark, neutral, light, dark, we will say... Maybe it shouldn't have a type. Oh, yee! What kind of games after? No idea. I did not plan that far ahead. I have No Man's Sky up to date. I kind of wanted to check out a gas giant and see what a gas giant looks like in the update. Want to see what that looks like. Okay. Who knows? Maybe a little World of Warcraft. You get to stream it? Yeah, probably. I got today off. I get to stream to my heart's content. Neutral, light, dark. You know what I could do? Let's do, for the sake of redundancy, I will put rift in here. We will say the outer material could be black transparent. Where are my textures? Here we go. Let's do rust solid. Boop. Okay, that should be just about good. I need to create something new for the, instead of Essence Lacrima, it's got to be Rift Lacrima. Let's rebuild. Running with ideas, let's say you cast a spell to create a Rift Lacrima. Then that Rift Lacrima in of itself spoils. The Rift Lacrima can be used to create a Rift consumable items. What do you mean? So spoil... Rift Lacrima can spoil, so it's not OP? Well, I don't know if it would really be considered OP or not. But yeah, you know, maybe it could be. Let's see what it even looks like here, because you would have to have tier 2 magic or tier 2 spell scroll to even attempt to get a Rift Lacrima. And then it's like, what are you doing with that rift? You know, with that Rift Lacrima, you are most likely going to have it be a one-time consumable use to spawn a rift again, right? Of whatever the strength is. And then you could use the spell again, but that spell, this spell, costs a lot of mana. Cleansing Light costs a lot of mana. Yeah, it's 125 mana for just the tier 1 version. The tier 3 version, oh. I gotta change those. Tier 3 version's gonna be like 300 mana with the bigger range. Yeah, that's the tier 3 version. It's definitely a bigger range. Let's make it daytime. Boop. Now let's take a look at what this item even looks like here. Oh, it looks like failure. Oh, shapes, humanoid shapes. All right, let's save and quit. Close that. Shapes. Entities. Humanoid. Copy. Paste. This would be a Rift Lacrima. Build. Run the game again. It's interesting, Lunar. It's interesting because I could make it like a transient kind of thing and spoil similar to food. I could do that. It does significantly reduce the it does reduce quite a bit what the use case scenario would be for that. Because I'm thinking if you're playing on like a multiplayer server and this thing, you know, spoils like food, there have been a lot of times when I'm gone for like a day or two in a multiplayer server and I come back and everyone else has been no-lifing the game and all of my food is completely expired and gone. Right? It would suck to go through the setup to like create big rifts, trap them in a lacrima, and then have to sign out because real life is calling and I can't play again till like, you know, after work the next day, and I come back in and my lacrimas are gone because, you know, Jojo No Job has been literally no-lifing the game and hasn't logged out. And I get to look at their skyscraper, right? and all my lacrimas that I used, you know, reagents for and everything are gone. I gotta think about that aspect of it. Oh, there's our a rust lacrima, or the rift lacrima. I think it looks pretty cool. Not too shabby. It's a big orb of plague. It's brown. All right. Let's actually make it do something. I got to create another couple files. So where are the lacrimas? Tool, resonator. Let's see. Spellcasting, spell scroll. Where's the lacrima? Okay, here, item essence lacrima needs to be in the tool section because it is in fact a tool. I need to change the name of it too. Yes. Now I'm gonna come into here, tool, copy paste. Now this is going to be a rift lacrima. Man, I am tired. Bam, bam, and there we go. Item tool rift lacrima. Ooh, this is gonna be good. Gonna be good. Let's register this new class file. Copy paste. So this is different. This is tool essence lacrima. Tool essence lacrima. This will be, whoops, tool rift. Tool rift. We're going to copy this. Now we need to go into this, scroll to the top, map it to the class file we just made, build. Bum, 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 bum. Let me rebuild this one more time. Okay, it's good. All right, let's hop back in the world. So it should be ready for me to actually start creating. What was that? Oh, looks like couple of my lacrimas, yeah, the class changed. We'll deal with that later. All right, so we can place it down. It's going to have all of its own information I get to fill in. It doesn't have any actual use. Let's see if this thing can go into an essence generator. Good, it cannot. Good, good, good. Insert an essence lacrima. This is a rift lacrima. Okay. You know what? Let's do some basic localization. Bum, 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 bum. You know what? I'm gonna do tool lacrima. I'm going to redo this a little bit. We'll do tool lacrima dash rift for the name. Let's find where the other lacrimas are. Copy, paste. This will be tool lacrima dash rift. Name will be a rift lacrima. And while we're at it, we are going to go ahead and... Why do I have storage flags here? Oh, that was... Okay, that was going to be when I made it only backpackable. I remember that. Yeah, idle ground. I was testing a lot of stuff out here. I wanted to like rotate and stuff. I got rid of all that. Okay, so let me pop this out. This is going to be really easy to do. I need my admin tool. I have the code already written for this. Copy all that. Let's pop this out as well. There we go. Side by side. All right, we'll paste all of this in. I need this method right here as well. Paste that in. We will need to do a couple more things. I need to tap into the Rift system. Which can go right there. We got to create the protected variable for it as well. And I will say if type, which is path2 equals rift, then we are going to do the spawn rift, which is this right here. Pop this method over. Let's get rid of everything else here. All right. Save. Let's go ahead and stop. We're gonna rebuild. So now when I use this item, it should spawn a rift. It's going to be the standard strength rift. Boop, 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 boop. Probably what we're going to have to do next is create an attribute. I think I made a bummer. I rage deleted all the mods. Uh-oh. Ah, delicious. Okay, let's see here. It did spawn a rift, but it also put it down. Oh man, I gotta pick between it being ground storable and spawning a rift. Phew. I want a damn soda. I'm partial to a diet orange. Well, it's funny you mention that because I just finished that can. I don't know if this is up your alley, but I got the Zero Orange Cream Coca-Cola. I love this stuff. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good. It's pretty good. Now I am kind of rubbing it in a little bit. Sorry. Sorry about that. All right. I'm swear to God, I'm not even trying anymore. It's just, it is literally just my joy of drinking this right now. You monster. How could you? Thought we were friends, Vice. Okay, I have to think about this because making this ground storable, I don't think it's going to be a good idea making it ground storable. I can make it shelvable. I don't think I should make it ground storable. That way I can have it to where you crouch, right? You crouch to use this, so you don't accidentally right click while you're walking, like, whoops, I just consumed it and spawned a rift in my house. Right? Like, let's have it to where you need to sneak, you need to use it. Yeah, let's do that. The easiest part though is to do that, I'm gonna get rid of this for now. There we go. Boop. You could trigger it with transmutation. You know, that's not a bad idea. But I would have to make this a block to do that. Right? So that would have consumed it and the rift would be spawning here. It's so weird how sometimes you can't see the animation, but it's still there. If I spawn a bunch of these, there we go. See, now it just pops out. It's like, oh. I like to accidentally light houses on fire. You know, Vexes, I've had some people that are like, you should make fireball light things on fire. I'm like, no. No. Saving you from yourself. I would like to grief people, please. One fireball should do it. That spell is the core of your magic. It is. It is. See, this is what I'm thinking. I like the idea, Manaway. I like the idea. I don't like the idea of, because I would like to turn some of this stuff into decoration blocks, right? Similar to what you just saw, like over here, right? There we go. I accidentally loaded the world without the mods, so I'm forever paying for it now. I gotta like put everything back down. There we go. Good enough. Right, so you could display these, right? You could, you could get the rusty one. You could right click on it, right, give it a rusty gear and transform it. Like you could do this stuff, right? Transmutation has no effect on these. So now you can meditate on that one or any of those other ones there to get the mana points and turn it back. But transmutation doesn't do anything here. Like, what's to stop someone from going into your house and you've got one of these guys on display, whatever it looks like as a block, and then you or someone else accidentally casts the max transmutation, which does a 7x7x7 area, and then you activate that, right? People are going to ask for a way to have it not be activated through transmutation. Unless I do something similar to this, I give it like its inert form of the block, and then you use like a temporal fragment or a rusty gear or something, and you like, it consumes it, and then it turns it into the kind where you could cast transmutation on it. Is that too many steps? For an item that right now, you hold it, you use it, and it will spawn. I like the new Rust Sickness. It feels very warp drivey. Because you're right, like transmutation is pretty good. You didn't have rust magic already in? Of course I do. Of course I do. Rust Orb was the first projectile spell. Nah, steps is fine, I think. So you're thinking, make it a block. All right, make it a block. So then maybe I shouldn't call it a lacrima. I need to redesign this whole thing then. Right? So give me some names. What could I name this thing? So basically, you're going to use Cleansing Light. Boom, right? You obliterate everything. It drops the block, the inert form of like whatever the block is, whatever this is going to look like. You place it down. Oh no, name's the hardest part. It is literally the hardest part of all this, because the sad part is I'm also picky when it comes to names. So it's not like it's going to be easy at all. Like it's and then of course you got things like this, where it's like it looks like it's working and it's all happy. And I wonder if the crucible's even needed anymore. Yeah, same. Rift Charge, it's not bad. Rift Charge isn't bad. But I don't want to just go with the first thing. A Rift Charge. It's not bad. Yeah, say, remember when we like brainstorm Mythic Legends for like a week, right? We're really back and forth on the name. Yeah, right? Now that you mentioned Mythic Legends, can we find another name? It's a Rift Charge for Rift Generator or whatever. It's not going to be a Rift Generator. It's not going to be a Rift Generator. So are you thinking about then pushing it a step further and being like, you create a completely new block called like a Rift Generator? And then you put an item like a Rift Charge into the Rift Generator? And then cast transmutation on that to spawn a rift above? Isn't that too many steps to spawn a rift? I don't know. Vexus, help me out. Does this... how does that sound? How does it sound? So... You got me in one. Think Mana's right? Really? You think? So I need to create a new... Oh boy. I mean, this could be... This could be a new utility block, right? So let's think of it in terms of that, right? So you got... Here, we'll just use this, right? Bam. You got a rift generator. You go up with cleansing light, with the spell cleansing light. This is going to be very spell specific. You could have cleansing light 1 or 2. All right. And once you get that spell, you could go up to an active rift or a bunch of rifts, right? If you have a bunch that's close. Or you could use a ritual to create a rift. You go up to the rifts, you cast your spell. Bam, right? You eradicate the rifts. Each one it kills off, it drops a rift charge. And then I could take those rift charges to here, put the item in, and then power it with transmutation, right? And then it would start it would consume the rift charge it had in it. But it would also have to preserve the rift strength as well. You can literally use them as decor. I mean, it doesn't sound bad, but people get touchy when I add things with a lot of steps, it seems. I had someone today talking about how all the updates that the mod was getting isn't good. You know, like too many updates for people using the mod in servers. However, whatever logic you want to use for that. Toss a rift charge, needle, pylon. Toss a rift charge into it and run it with transmutation to pierce the veil. I mean, you're making it sound good, right? Like I'm on board. I just gotta, it's gonna take significantly more work than little, you know, rift lacrima item drop. I use item somewhere else and item is gone. But you know what? It wouldn't really be. I can't use it like this. It can't be a utility block. Utility block means that you use Rusty Dust on it, or you cast transmutation, and then it runs and does whatever its effect is. I can't do that with a rift. With a rift, it's a one-time spawn to the rift global list of rifts in the world, and then that global list, the rift system, takes care of it and kills off rifts as needed. So it's not like you just let this run and it keeps the rift up. Like it can't do that. So it really would have to be just an item like this, right? Here, like this. Hmm. A single item is usually too OP. You need to work for it. You're one of the few people that thinks that way. I like thinking that way too, but let me tell you, there's a lot of people in our community that are not on board with with dragging some things out. So create an item, use a rift seed. I guess I need to start. All right, I got a couple things to do here. Let's log out, save and quit. We know some things, right? It seems like it's all landed on. It's your mod. People can F off if they don't agree. That's true, Mana, but it is my mod. But getting a bunch of people bitching and moaning all the time about every little change that I make, it kind of makes it to where I don't even want a mod, right? So that's the thing. I gotta first think about what's gonna cause me the least amount of grief that I want to do as well, right? That's what it comes down to. There was a couple times where I was installing Forge and I was gonna be like, fuck all this. So yeah, that's always a hurdle. You know how it is, Vexus. So I gotta think this through too, because I don't want to make something that has this one-time kind of use thing. I gotta think about how it's gonna impact other like other systems in the mod, right? Because that means if you can force spawn easier, right? Force spawn rifts anywhere you want at different power levels. How does that look for the rest of the mod? Like, does that make rift anchors suck? Does it make them too good? How else could I use this, you know? Okay, I think for now, I like the rift charge. What if I make this easier on myself? What if the rift strength dictates how many charges drop? So you can use my this is a good idea. So each rift charge will just open the standard size rift. If I do the Ritual of the Rust tier 3 version that spawns the big rift, and I kill off that big rift, maybe I get 3 charges, right? Something like that. That way it's a little more contained, so you can bring it underground. You set up this item, you drop this block down, right? It's gonna be called whatever it's gonna be. I need a name for that. And then you can have maybe like the rift charge, rift seed maybe? Yeah, a rift seed wouldn't be too bad. You have a rift bloom seed, you'll have a rift seed. And then you use it, which primes that block, and then when you cast transmutation on it, it will consume the charge, go back to its inert state, and spawn the rift 1 block above it in that area. We thinking that? Needle is permanent. Just power it with rift seeds or charges. Summon a rift as unstable as it is. True. And then from there, once it spawns it, it's just going to be like the rift weather. That way you could... It's almost like the ritual then becomes a way to make ammunition for this, right? Like you could find it, but here's the other hurdle. The other hurdle is that Cleansing Light is a tier 2 and tier 3 spell. which, you know what? That works out perfectly. Because tier 1, you're only making small crystals. Right? Like you're and you're going to be running around looking for surface rifts. Tier 2 will be when you start to want to look underground. Oh, but spells are random, right? Spells are random, so there's no guarantee you will get cleansing light. So that means I need to create an item, maybe a one-time use item, that will get consumed to drop it. And then if you happen to find the spell, that's the better way of doing it. Ah, man. Yeah, I mean, the needle could be a circular plate on the ground. It says needle. Well, what are you really piercing? No, I like the idea of it being a needle. I think I want it to look sharp. I actually think I want it to where, like, it has spikes on it, and if you step on it, it hurts you. I think that'd be pretty baller right there, right? Like, I like there was a Vexus. You showed me this mod a while back, and it's always been in like the back of my mind because it kind of reminds me of Taint. But there was this Minecraft mod where it was like a biological horror kind of Minecraft mod, where like your crafting table was like a flesh block of like and spikes and an eyeball and you know like all this, and it seems like the mod's theme was like biomancy. Yeah, right, but it seems like the theme is you do stuff, but there could be like a negative with it, you know, like, and I found that like that's such a neat idea. So I'm keeping that mod in mind. There is indeed a negative, right? But I'm keeping that in mind when you're interacting with magic because it comes from the rust, right? So rust world, you know, rot, you know what I mean? Temporal stability and everything, like the power of magic comes with a price. You want to run 350% faster with a spell? You've stepped in some rift crap, if you know what I mean. You know, like you've stepped in it. You've paid your dues, and now you have the literal power to hurl a fireball that could one-shot a polar bear. You know. Yes, rift corruption. That's another thing that I want to get too. I have a whole corruption system in mind. Yeah, spread at a rapid rate. There's a very nice balance. Yeah. There was like cute flesh blobs too. Cute. Okay, so I think I need to change this. This will just be a rift charge. Yeah, let's bring back ground storable. Why the heck not? You know, let's go a step further with ground storable. Let's use this one where it could be quad storable. Daedalus, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. All right, we are going to get rid of some of this stuff here. Just delete it right out. Instead of Rift Lacrima, this will be a Rift Charge. Thaumic Workbench only. I'll leave that for now. I'll leave all this for now. I'm gonna have to go back to it once the system is like in. That's gonna be more guide related stuff. Let's go down to. You know what we're gonna do? I'm actually gonna move this. I'm gonna move this into items, tools. It's not really a tool though. I'm gonna put it in resources. Rift charge. Items, let's see here. Shapes, items, resources, rift charge. Let's change the mapping here. So let's go into items, resources, rift charge, items with an S. We'll leave that as is. I'm gonna save that. We're gonna rebuild. So that means a couple of these things can change, definitely. Let's go down to items. So instead of doing item tool lacrima, I'm gonna put this back. I have a feeling if I change this, there we go. If I change that, it's going to upset people's lacrimas that they already made. And let's move this one right here up into resources. And this is gonna be item rift. What the hell did I just press? What did I just do? Fuck, I hate shortcuts on shortcuts. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, let's go back here. Where is it? Let me see. There's something here where it's like the I bet it's a goddamn hotkey. It has to do with view. Group objects by type. No, that's not it. God damn it! Fucking bullshit. There we go. I hate that. I hate it. Pops up windows left and right. Just get rid of all the other damn hotkeys. God damn. Charge. That's all I wanted to do. Was finish typing my thought. Can Visual Studio let me do that, please? Please and thank you. All right, let's paste this in, paste that in, and that. Save all of this, come into here, and this is going to be the charge right there. Save. All right, we're gonna rebuild. Booyah. And I'm going to pull up the model creator. Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna bring up the model creator. We're gonna edit it in the game. I'd make like a warbling sounds. Oh yeah, I could do that, just like I did with the Rift Vault, right? And the portals, right? The summon portal spell, like when it makes the portals, how they have that ambient kind of whirring view kind of sounds. Totally add those. We go with charge and not seed. Maybe. Hold on, I gotta change the lacrimas here. The lacrima. Oh, that never changed. Should it be a seed? Should it be a rift seed? Would that be confusing with Rift Bloom seed though? It's a resource. You can still use the lacrima for storing essence power. The rift charge, however, is too unstable for that. Looking for the undo button. Story of my life, fat fingering something, be like, oh, I guess that was another hotkey. All right, let's do dot tf edit. Make it just a little guy. Make it a little guy. So this needs an offset there. This probably should be .25 maybe. Kind of put it in the center. I can make it rotate as well. Could do that. But that way it looks smaller. Here, let's close and apply that. When you throw it out in the world, let's make it... let's make it a little smaller here. Place on ground. No, that's place on ground. Ground. Here we go. Maybe make it like a 250. There we go. All right, that's pretty good. Let's go back into TF edit. Let's copy these things. So copy JSON. Ground copy. This is ground transform. Which is right there. TP hand transform. It's right in my crotch. Perfect. I don't want to move it. It's it's right. It's where it's destined to be. It's perfect. I could take off all my armor. No one would ever know. It's like looking into a mirror of my soul. Maybe confusing, yeah. I mean, you have to explain why you can't use a rift charge to store power. Well, yeah, that's the thing. I'm probably going to have to explain it at some point in some form why I can't use it to, like, cast a spell or something. Probably. Can you make it hover? I guess I can. You can change the offset, sure, but this is the rough and dirty version. So I like to sketch it out, right? Like, let's get sizing, general position, and then once it's a working system, then it's about going over the second pass, right? Then it's like, well, let's see if it rotates. Let's give it some rust particles, you know, like when it's thrown in the world, you know, let's do all these other things. That way we kind of complete the illusion of this thing being something that originates from the rust, right? So this is just like the preliminary kind of thing. There we go. Big ball. Okay, so that's better, I believe, I suppose. I have no way. Oh, here we go. I was gonna say, I have no idea which way this thing needs to go. Do 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 do. There we go. That should be good. Copy. Third person hand transform. Paste. All right. Oh, and I need to get rid of which window is it? This one. It's not going to be holding it with both hands. Good enough. It's at least in my hand. We're going to save and quit. Quit. Stop. All right, we commented that part out. You know what, for now, we're just gonna delete that. There we go. Not delete it, but remove it. I don't need to look at it. While the game is off, let's change the name of this item. So let's take it out of tools, right? It's going to be in resources. This is going to be called a Rift Charge. Double check, right? Rift Charge. There's nothing else special with it. This is not what it is anymore. It's going to be Item Rift Charge going forward for the item class. Let's go down to here. Item resource. Yep, item rift charge, item rift charge, item rift charge. Yep, perfect. Double check, item rift charge, it's registered. Look at me go. Build, let's hop back in. You know what? Let's not do that. We need to create the block. What is the name of this block going to be? I can't use Rift Anchor because, you know, I'm using Rift Anchor. Rift Charge is what the... It's got to be Rift something. Rift something. Something that generates... You know, I could pull up some AI. We can ask it. Copilot. Come on up. I need a name for a magical item that uses rift charges to create a rift portal. It will be needle shaped and very schmexy. Just to throw the AI off the trail a little bit. Don't want it to be too efficient, make me feel bad about myself. That it took like a fraction of a second to generate all these things, and I'm like cavemanning it here. Just tell me what it is. How about ethereal needle of rift weaving? The whole thing is crap, but something weaving would be kind of cool. Like a rift weaver. Oh, rift weaver, huh? Veil needle, rust needle, veil ripper. I like the idea for, I mean, veil wouldn't be bad either. Something with veil in it. Pulling back the veil. That sounds like a class, yeah, right? The Rift Weaver. The Rift Loom. No, because then people are going to be like, why can't I make Mage Weave out of it? You should be able to make Rust Weave cloth. Veil Loom. They would too. Yeah, they totally would. Totally would. Vice, I'm missing the Rift cloth that the Rift Loom makes. I think you forgot to add it in. True story. That stuff happens. And then they'll go on like, you forgot to add in this item. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to probably spawn blah 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 and do blah blah. And I'm like, it's like, are you trying to like reverse psychology trick me into adding a system that you want? By making me feel like I forgot to add something in the mod. Like it's almost like having a contractor come in to work on your bathroom. You're like, well, you totally forgot to change the lighting out in the kitchen while you were here. You know, like, totally forgot to do that. I have cabinets that still need to be hung. So once you're done installing my toilet, think you could get those up like you were supposed to? I think the plans were to have them to the left of the fridge at about 5 feet. Just so you remember. Like freaking trick people. That's like that oh my god, the Huckleberry, or you know, like the whole like getting someone else to paint your fence white. Right? Freaking unreal. So what's the name gonna be? Yeah, Loom does weave, but maybe weave isn't good either. I feel like it should have the name Rift in there. That way there's no ambiguity. Should I just name it a Rift Needle? So just a Rift Needle. That's all. Just a Rift Needle. So Loom is no-go because of people. Yep, that's why we can't have nice things. Loom, you know, I don't know. Maybe I can be talked into it. Maybe after I also come to terms with it too. Embrace myself for the fact that people are going to want to make mage weave on this damn thing that will look nothing like an actual loom. But then if I make it needle shape, right? Are people gonna be like, oh, it's called a loom? Just so you know, Vice, because I think you're stupid and you don't know what a loom is. People are already starting to annoy me. They haunt my subconscious. I want to like this game, but I look at it and I'm like, Atlas does it better. What's that guy's crotch glowing for? Shut that right off. Make it circular, yeah. Make it circular, exactly. I mean, if there's mage weave, then come along mage armor types, yeah. So something like that too. And damage people just because, yeah. Oh, totally. You know what I did? Let me hop in. Let me hop in the game. I've got so many people, like, so many people are sending me messages being like, I was tricked into unlocking magic and I want to remove magic, right? Like, is there a way to remove magic? Way to remove magic. So I made a way to remove magic. Yeah, it literally vexes people. Are like, I was tricked into unlocking magic. I'm like, I hope you don't think I tricked you with the promise of power or something. Like, is that a slight to me, or, you know, like what's going on here? So I created Cursed Ambrosia. Want to see what it does to you? Want to see what it does? I want to unlearn magic. Takes 10 seconds to make sure. Oh, it didn't do it. What the hell? Where's my lightning strikes? God damn it. So it's supposed to strike you with lightning and kill you. That's what it's supposed to. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, let's use it in another. Let's use it in another world. I did mess up this world. Here, we'll just create a new world. Create a new world. But it kills you. It kills you. It strikes you with lightning. I smite you. That's what I do. I smite your ass. What if I can make an animation of the survivor throwing up a bunch of blue goo? You get smoked. There we go. Game mode 2. Be smitten. That's freaking great. Right, so yeah, you know magic. Yay, I know magic. I was tricked into it, Vice. There we go. There, let's go over here. If this doesn't work, then that means I screwed something up. We're fixing it. 10 seconds. Boom! Weird, it doesn't kill you anymore? No. No wonder why no one was talking about... I was waiting for people to be like, oh, I tried to use this item. No, we're fixing that right freaking now. I'm killing your ass with it. Cursed Ambrosia, where is it? Dead. Gone. Never again shall you wield the power of magic until you unlock it again. Because you were easily tricked the first time. Never again. Never again. Where the fuck is there we go? Tool remove magic. You were tricked into it. I turned down this alleyway, tripped into a rift, and then snorted a bunch of rusty dust by accident, Vice. I swear I didn't mean to do it. It wasn't me. I was held down, Vice. You have no idea. The 2 other people on my server are 50. 50 a week ago, that is. Where is it? There it is. Remove magic. Let's see here. There you go. So you should be receiving some damage. You know, maybe let's put it up a little bit. Maybe I'll make that the first thing that happens to you. Let's kill your ass. Source explosion. You know what? I'm gonna put another 9 in there. Let's see you survive that. Let's see. Yay, I know magic. I snorted a bunch of rusty dust by accident. I like the copper taste of it. Oh, it's not killing me because I'm in creative mode. You know what? No, hold on. We're gonna do something else. Because now that I'm looking at this again, I think 1 lightning strike is too... It's too good. Too nice. We're gonna do a handful of them. I'll be nice. I'm gonna offset them. We're gonna do an add copy. This is gonna be in one corner. Whoops. Totally messing up here. There we go. So if I'm looking at the grid, right? Copy, paste, paste. Let's grid it up. I want your neighbors to hear. Game mode, yeah. Game mode does prevent death. Yeah! That's what's gonna happen to you. You got smoked. You know, the funny thing is, like, this right here, doing the damage, probably wouldn't do anything. Like, I could probably not have this, and the fact that you get hit by 4 lightning bolts, or 5 at this point, that would probably do it. There we go. So that, it is working. Bam! And then you're new. You don't know magic anymore. You're free. You're free from being tricked. Till you cross that alley again. Till you. I don't know how that rusty dust got there, officer. I swear it's not mine. Sir, you have a whole garden growing in your backyard? No, I don't. I can see it from here. I use it to power my lights. I use it to turn my mana torches back on. I mean regular torches. Ah. There we go. I'm gonna go get some iced tea and some soda. Maybe some things. Something for the water that doesn't taste like ass. I think you need a filter that if that water tastes like ass. Get yourself a Brita filter. Oh no, officer, that's not mine. I swear, it's not mine. I didn't do it. I was tricked into it. I only have 10 tier 1 grimoires. There we go. Game mode 2. Oh, that did erase all my magical progress. Of course it did. Let's become an archmage again for testing. Boom. Beautiful. Okay. Now, what was I doing again? before I got super excited about smiting people. All right, the seed. That's right. And the cursed ambrosia is literally like I gave it the rot texture. So I make you eat a rot ball. That's what I do. Vice is so nice. You know what I could do? I think I got it down here. Let me just play with this a little bit here. Here we go. Rotating ground idle. Oops. Let's re-enable all these here. We're gonna go ahead and stop that. I'm gonna save that. Load back up here. I really should have shut down and did my save because I'm gonna have to relearn magic again. The charge. Oh yeah, so what am I calling this thing? Is it gonna be a rift loom? A veil loom? What am I calling it? Something with a needle? A veil needle? Rift needle? What's the name of the block gonna be? I need to know the name for localization purposes. For registry name purposes, I should say. Boop. Boop, boop. Let's get rid of a lot of this stuff here. I don't need this. Make it rain. Littering. It doth not rotate. What? It does have particles. I just need to make those rust-colored particles. It's so mysterious. So it is rotating here. Slowly rotating. What if I speed up the rotation? Oh, this right here is how I would do that. Whoops. All right, let's take a look. So that's it spinning right there. There we go. Let's put it right off to the side. See what it looks like. Yeah, a little view. Make it spin like a top. Hit the top. All right, let's change the colors here. So, man, I was so young when I did all this stuff. I'm like, I was so young. Like, why am I using this color util when I can just do RGB dot RGB I think it's 2 RGB. No, it's not 2 bytes. I think it's just 2 RGB is what it would be. And this would have an alpha, we'll say an alpha of 150. And then I think it's the red, green, blue. Yeah, so red, green, blue. So red would have to be maybe 53. Green would be more like 20. Blue would be like 4. So this is not red, green, blue exactly then. There we go. No, I was right. I just had the bytes reversed. There we go. That's a nice little rust color there. I love some of the jank in this game because I'm literally rotating it at what its absolute 0 center is, and it's got a freaking wobble in it. I'm not doing it. I'm not rotating it in the GUI. I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna hate myself doing that. Oh, good. Here, let's reload. It's too scary. There we go. There's your seed. There's your charge. Boop. Good enough for the first rough draft. What am I naming this thing? Circular chakram disc called a Veil Needle. I mean, was that a good name? Veil Needle? What do you think, Vexus? Veil Needle? Veil Loom? I mean, I've kind of grown on the loom a little bit. Mainly because I think it will confuse people. I could be on board for something with like loom. Or just the needle. It's gotta have like some kind of like rift. Like if it has something in like rift in the name, that would be good, a good start. But it doesn't have to. If it just whatever this block is, right? That if you step on it, it will hurt you. Oh, because of the loom thing? Yeah. Loom or needle. I don't know, one of those. A rift loom, rift needle. Let me slow down the speed here. Let's make it 10. Good enough. Do 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 boop 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 boop. Quad. I wonder if there's the I have a minimum position. I don't really have a max position. Oh, because there is no max position. See, there's only a max size. Okay, never mind. Veil sting? No, I don't want to. I don't want to tell people that they're gonna get hurt on it. I want them to find out they're gonna get hurt on it by hurting themselves. This is not OSHA certified. You do not have the hazardous materials to look up. It's made of rust. You're rolling the dice. Could be sharp. Oh, I want to make it so. Think of something similar to this, right? Where something comes up to a point. Maybe there'll be like a platform at the bottom, and I'll have some spikes on the corners as well. Maybe I'll have like a spike, and then I can have like something like a string that kind of comes down, made from. It could be made from like the temporal gear color, and then it would like come up and maybe attach to diodes or something on it. And when it's off, all the temporal part will look like rust colored. And then maybe when you add the charge to it, it lights up, right? So you'll see like, hey, yeah, look at that, right? Like looks like temporal stability, right? Temporal gear. And that's when you would know to cast transmutation. But I do like the idea of having like a spike or something, a needle on it. I'm just thinking it should be looking as harmless as a plate. I mean, maybe that's what the base would be, like, maybe like the panning. There. Whoops. Oh, that's right. It's always cocked to the side. Yeah, so maybe imagine it like being straight, like looking at it like this, and having something coming out of it. Kind of like that. Maybe pointed at the top, and then spikes or something. I want it to look rough. You know, I can look at the clutter and see if there's anything that looks good in the clutter that I could just like use and like modify from. All right, I got to see what this is. What is this? Some of this stuff looks cool. It's neat looking. It's a drum. It's a clock. There we go. Big gearbox. That's what it's going to look like. Big old scary gearbox. What is this song? Oh, I remember I did add this. Hey, Loop Hero! Alright! Veil Pin? I was thinking Needle, because rifts look like tears of a sort. Or tears. Tears, jeez. Made me think of tailoring. Well, it does disrupt the fabric of reality. So far, I'm not seeing anything that's jumping out at me here. Oh, what are you? Okay, hold on. What is this? That actually looks like a pretty cool start for an altar. Maybe gut that middle part out, right? And make it like pointed. It's a possibility. It's kind of cool. Now, this is the best way to stay in the theme of the game, right? Is to look to see like what is already made and then just add onto it. That one's way too big. It's not even complete. Look at this. Look at this. Boop. Throw this stuff out. All right, what else? What is that? I don't know. What is that? Okay, that's a pretty cool looking tank. Why is it so big? It's cool, but man, missing some textures. All right, anything else? We got a lot of valves and stuff. Oh, now we're getting into a lot of broken stuff. I think this is all the original clutter, right? I can make it look like the globe. You look like a globe. Strange gadgets. Some of the stuff looks kind of cool. Navigation equipment. Ruined protective suit. What is that, like a cauldron? Ceramic condenser. Dude, what is that? Okay, that's kind of cool. I should turn that into a light source, huh? Let's move that right there. Imagine that hanging on a wall with magic particles coming out of it. Oh, imagine it with like this right here, right? That light source just embedded right there. Ooh. Ooh. I've seen all that stuff. Remember the guy, Napsor? I made your raid? No, not really. Maybe. Maybe, because I think the name reminds me of Napster. Think so. Ran into one of the endgame areas. This stuff is there. Sensor I used for incense. Yeah. Maybe shattered if broken. I do want to make more decoration blocks. I'm not really seeing anything. Yeah, locust nest, perfect. This would be a power shaft. There's some cool things here. There's some cool things. All right, so the model's secondary anyways. The name was the big thing. I can't think of I felt more confident before early on with some of the names where it was like what like a veil needle, rift loom, veil loom. I say let's change it up a little bit here. Let's change it up. Oh, I got my machine mod done. We'll look at that. We'll look at the machine mod and then we'll change it up. Boop. All right, play. I even updated the pictures and stuff too. I went all out. Did I go in the right world? I think I did. I hope I did. Okay, I did. Good. So the mod is definitely in. Definitely in. I have a bunch of tooltip information. Actually, here, let me hit escape, go to settings, dev. There we go. That's what everyone else sees. I very much like the new machine mod. I think it's better, right? So if I want to lock something, there's actually a lock there. I can just create the locking key, and bam, my machine is now locked. So no one can pull anything out. You can't hang anything. No one else can do anything else. Let's deck this mod out a little bit. Apparently I just hit a screenshot button for this game. Yeah, I'm gonna need a key. We'll get the bigger battery, get the bigger temporal assembly. Let's grab some fuel. There we go. We'll let it chug some fuel here. All right, so you can start applying some stuff here. Let's put the biggest battery on there. Let's pull that out. You know what? Let's do the speed enhancement. Throw that into the ocean. It's charging. Yeah, we got 30 seconds of runtime. That's good enough. Pop our key in. Here, we're gonna come right over here. There we go. I'll shut it down here. There we go. We'll get that charging. Yeah. Oh, wait. Here we go. That's right, because I loaded into this world before, so the block entities for everything got destroyed. Got wrecked. Here. Replace all my charging pads. There we go. But yeah, I don't know. I love the collision in the balloon now. This is good. I got 4-hour capacity because of the battery I put in the back. This thing's gonna be moving faster because of that. I did want to make a license plate at the bottom, make it to where you could swap out different license plates. Yeah, and see like the lights on your modules and everything. Battery lights up, and it's actually pretty fast now too. Look at how smooth that is. Look at that. It just kind of hovers there. I really like this. Pretty good. Skids come out. Pop my key out, shut it off. It's freaking awesome. So good. So good. Oh, and like I said, the balloon having collision too. There, let's pop it back in. There we go. Oh, so quick. So quick now. There we go. There. Boop. Can't go any further. So, and you just muted yourself? No, looks like it's still working. Am I mute for everyone else? I do have something here. Earn prizes and rewards when you stream on TikTok. I hear you. Okay. May want to refresh mana. Boop, boop, boop. But yeah, I'm glad this was a weight off my shoulders. Oh, it was on your end. It's all good. I increased the radius of the charging as well. So now it creates a slightly bigger room. You don't need to be like right on top of it anymore. But yeah, this is, I very much like the machine mod now. I feel proud. All right, so let's close that out. I don't know, should we jump into No Man's Sky and try and find a gas giant to see what it looks like? Or what game should I play? I guess that's a better thing. What game should I play? What do I have? What do I have? View. Show desktop shortcuts. I personally might want the skis a little different. Well, then you better get good at modeling, man. Away. You better get good at modeling. Yeah, let's see. I could play Enshrouded, No Man's Sky. Soul Mask really wasn't fun. I would prefer not to play that. Valheim, I wasn't having too much fun with Valheim either. I was under the impression that Valheim had a change where it wasn't like the static, oh, Dark Forest is like the second place, and you know, Enshrouded was fun. Yeah, Enshrouded could be the game. You know what? No Man's Sky for now. We're gonna do No Man's Sky for now. I gotta change my game. No Man's... I want to find a gas giant. No Man's Sky. We'll find a gas giant. We'll land on it. What is this crap? Yeah, see? Gas giants. I don't care about water worlds. Gas giants. I want to see what their interpretation of a gas giant is. Boop. You got Project Zomboid? I got a banger mod collection. No, I don't have Project Zomboid. Yeah, I don't really care for like the zombie kind of mods where it's like all the zombie apocalypse. I feel like zombie apocalypse themed stuff has been a thing since I've been in, like, you know, elementary, middle school, when everyone was like, oh, pee pee poo poo, I could shoot all the zombies in the horde coming. You know what I mean? Like, I got bored of that pretty fast. Let me stop my music. There we go. We'll do a little game music here. All right, let's get into the Seraphim. Get the hell off this planet. I don't even know where I was. We're going out to space. Now, are there gas giants in existing places? Like, am I going to see a new planet to discover here? Let's take a look at the map. Better be a goddamn gas giant around here. There. Oh, okay, there. I was like, my view. What happened to it? So... this is where am I? Am I right here? Is this where I am? Okay, this is where I am. All right, how do I find a gas giant? Dissonant, water, water, water. I assume it's going to be like another... What is this? I can't even get to that star. You think the gravitational force would help me? A cadmium drive's required? All right, let me look within my own star system. Let me just escape. Let me just leave. Hold on. Let's go here. I haven't played in a little bit, so... Wait, no, this isn't what I want. It's, shit. Come on, we're not... Let me just look around. Let's try and look around. So this is the planet I was on. That's not a gas giant. All right, let's go back to this station. Yay! Trashing zombies is so much fun. Not really. Not to me anymore. Like, zombies are a cool, like, addition to danger. You know what I mean? Like, you give me zombies, and then give me skeletons, and then give me something else. Like, don't give me just zombies, where it's like I'm going into a neighbor's house and I'm raiding their fridge for rotting food because I'm in an apocalypse. Like, the world sucks enough, you know, like as it sits right now. All right, I need to look at. Excuse me. Don't wave at me. You guys better have been waving at each other. We're not friends. I don't know you. Where's the crap? How do you? Oh, that's escape. Jesus Christ. I just wanted to look at discoveries here. Unknown planet, unknown. There's like unknown planets everywhere here. None of these look gas. Maybe that one? I think that one's a gas giant. It's got swirls, but so does that one. You'd think the gas giant would be like big, right? Let's kind of look at other things here. I've explored that. I feel like there wouldn't be other planets with a gas giant. I think I remember that. All right, let's try and warp around. Let's get out of here. They look gassy. I'm a sucker for necromancy. Well, so am I. I think it's a cool class. I think the zombie apocalypse thing's kind of overplayed. You know? No, I didn't want to go back in there. I just turned. I didn't even go anywhere. I better not be wasting fuel. Oh my god, just let me go. Just let me go. There we go. Jesus Christ. Right back into the gas station. Here we go. Jesus. All right. What's around me that looks gas giant-y? What can I get to in my flat tire? What about that star? What's in that? God damn, I hate the I'm not used to the controls. Was it here? Oh, that's cool right there. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I want to look at, like, do I got to do it from the top? There we go. Okay. It doesn't look like there's a gas giant there. No. No. No, too many planets there. What is that? No. No. That one's only got 2. Oh, cadmium drive, though? What's in my area? Come on, there's got to be a backwater gas giant that I can just zip over to. No. No. I'm kind of living in fear that I won't be able to see one until I play this game for real a little bit more. Right, so something... Right, you would think something like this would be a gas giant? It's like a water world? This sucks. All water planets. I'm in the backwoods. Does it look gassy? Should see the bone stuff I got. I've got bone armor going on the dire wolves. Scent vice, badass bone staff. Yeah. Necromancy is just a tool like any other form of spellcasting. I really do want to lean into more necronomic stuff. There's some of this stuff. I feel like I'm not home. I don't like this place. We'll discover one planet, and then we're probably gonna hop to another game. There we go. Can I just discover it from here? It's like rolling down the window as I'm driving to be like, yep, that's a 7-Eleven. Can I do a drive-by mapping of it? It's like, this isn't a gas giant. This is a, yeah. I just want to see what a gas giant looks like. There's nothing. This planet's so dirty. All right, we're gonna just land. I'll discover this, and I think we're gonna play something else. I gotta be in the mood to like wander hobo around. I'm not in the mood right now. I may just go back and do some modding again. Maybe I'll just do some modding. There we go. I discovered it. All right. Yep. Cool. I really wish like aliens would try to attack you. You know? Give me some danger. I want a little danger with my survival. Is there really like, there we go. I was gonna say, is there really like nothing else around me? There you go, something flying in the air. Not trying to attack me though. Oh, this is a radioactive planet, is it? Wow, it's a big community of animals. There, we'll scan this rock and we're getting the hell out of here. All right, done. Cool place. Here, can I scan the big one? No. What about that? Anything over there? Nothing? Too far? Oh, here we go. What's in here? Something I already got? Cool. All right. Boop. All right. Let's save and quit. It's all No Man's Sky I want. Anyway, let's just quit the desktop. Let's go. 30 seconds ago. No. Damn it. Damn it. There we go. Saved. All right, quit the desktop. Yeah, 5 seconds ago. There we go. I want to make sure I got credit for all that stuff. All right, let's change it. No Man's Sky was cool. I'll find a gas giant eventually. Let's go back to Vintage Story. I suppose we'll do more modding. Means I can put my music back on. There we go. No, you know what? There we go. We're gonna put on some music with soul. All right, let's go back in. I see you got Soul Mask. Yeah, I got it. I logged in and I'm like, oh cool. I hear it's like Conan Exiles. Conan Exiles was cool. I always felt like it was just missing something. You know what I mean? Like the static maps and everything. It's like the vultures and hyenas. Everything spawns in the same place. Like it was always missing that sense of like unknown, right? And I hopped into Soul Mask and I got through a little of it, and I'm like, I kind of built a little noob hut. It was raining, like, you know, and I felt kind of similar in that sense, you know, where it's like, yeah, static map, been there before. What did you think of it? Did you play Soul Mask? No wonder I'm getting hungry. It's like lunchtime. Let me drink a little more. Did I just logged into this world and obliterated everything. Just wrecked that world. Nevermore shall there be machines. Nightingale. I bought Nightingale on it was like on a pretty big sale. And that's more like it was garbage at the time, and I'm like, this company may turn this around. Let's get it. Like, I heard good things, that it was pretty bad, and then they made a bunch of changes, and now in recent times it's good. So I picked it up on a sale, and I looked at that too, and I'm like, so the claim to fame is that you can create portals, right, and create different worlds in Nightingale, which sounds cool, but then I read up on it, you know, and people saying like, yeah, the worlds are kind of really similar, you know, like it just that's something I'd have to play with other people, I think. I did pretty much finish endgame content in Nightingale. All right, tell me what you think about it. Tell me what you think about it, because I'm, you know, it's one of those things where it's like time is a precious resource to me. So I haven't jumped in it because I was like kind of reading reviews, kind of got it to, you know, to just see if there's anything, you know, in the future, if friends are playing or something. Well, when I make friends that play said game, I'll be ready. All right, so I gotta create a block. That's where I was. Crap. What's the name of this block gonna be? You know what? I'm just gonna call it a rift generator. No, I'm not. I hate myself for even considering that. How dare I blaspheme like that? Well, I know it's going to pretty much be a copy of this. Let's call this a Rift Loom. Rift Veil? I need help. Rift Veil, Rift Loom, Rift Needle. Which one? Unless there's another cool name out there people got. For now, I'll just put it as is. I'm gonna have to create a new class file, a new entity, block entity file. Juno, what's it gonna do? You're going to get rift charges that you get from getting rid of rifts, and the rift charges are going to like you'll have this item, you put it down, you put a rift charge on it, and then when you activate it with transmutation, it's gonna spawn a rift above it. Veil Gate. A Rift Nexus. Do you think it's too soon to use the term Nexus? Because I think I had Nexus in like the old rewrite, right? Like I think I had a Nexus in there. That was the original obelisk, right? The Nexus. Dark Nexus, Light Nexus. I think this is literally going to take me most of the time coming up with it, because I need the name to make the class files and everything. Like I need to know the name. All right, let's do some stuff. I have to think of it this way. Is this going to be positionally aware or not? I don't think it needs to be. I don't think I need sides or anything here. Magic runes, it's not going to have anything with runes. It's going to have an inert version. And then maybe we'll do like charged. Damn it, I'm getting those sodas. Let me tell you, the orange cream is actually pretty darn good. Mmm. 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 It's like drinking an orange creamsicle. Little too similar, simple, yeah. So Juno, we were some good pitches from Mana and Vexus, right? Some good pitches where it was like a rift. I don't know. Asterbrook just tossed me a message. Can't log into Twitch unless I'm home. Please tell Vice that gas giants are in purple star systems. And it will say gas giant in the info window where it says water in most systems. Oh, he needs a special drive to get there. All right, so we can't even get there yet. So we'll have to either do the quest line that leads up to purple stars or start the expedition, both of which take place in the abnormality. Oh, anomaly. He may not even be able to see purple stars without doing the quest. My man, thank you so much, Mana. Thank you. And please relay to Asterbrook as well. Thank you. I'll have to do some offline playing, I think. Yeah. That's okay. I want to see what those gas giants look like. All right, so we're gonna have an inert and charged version. For skip variant, we don't need that for now. It is gonna be animatable. I do want maybe a rotating animation for it. Maybe the animation will be it will rotate when it's charged. I'll have like discs or something rotating around it when it's charged. So want to set the can chisel to false. Everything else is fine. Require mining tier by type. I'll keep that for now. So we have the inert. Okay, I'm just going to pop a wild card in for everything. Pop that in. Can't make a new file name without naming this thing. Getting a surge of some kind of charge from rifts and then dumping those charges into a block for later summoning rifts. So basically I'll log in so we have some visual too. There, we'll put this on. I still gotta figure out what this little piece of plastic goes to. Somewhere on my headset. Gotta figure, stuff's breaking down. I came up with needle and loom, but meh. Well, I mean, I said I was receptive to a loom. I think I would like loom. I would like them both. I have since come around. I've since come around. All right, so basically, right, you'll have whatever this thing looks like, all right? This block that you make. You will be able to go up to a rift, right? So you could do the ritual to create a rift. You could go into rifts in the world. This is going to be kind of like a tier 2 and up kind of thing, right? And you'll be able to basically, at this point, it's going to be casting Cleansing Light, right? So either cast Cleansing Light to remove the rift, and when you remove a rift by it, it's going to drop these rift charges. And this right here is a placeholder. I'm probably going to redo this model and have it look like something else, right? But you'll be able to get these charges, and then you will go back to this, right? Because it's going to be inert, and then you will use a charge on it. And then when you use a charge, it's going to be just like this, right? Like you use this, you right click, right, and then bam, you used your gear, it turned it into the charged pylon, and then you use it, right? So this would transform by adding one of those charges, and then to activate it, you would cast Transmutation on it. Boom, right? And then from there, it would consume the charge, and it would spawn a rift right above. If you name it Loom, people will be people and demand it weave cloth of some sort. Yeah, that's true. Cleansing Light does not look cleansing. It's a rift kind of cleansing light. Looks terrifying. It should scare you into you know, respecting the rust. So it's a mild form of radiation. Mild form. You don't think that looks like cleansing light? Rift Conflux. Nah, I don't like that. So some of our stuff, like, it would be cool if, like, Rift was in the name. Just because I feel like if Rift is in the name, that right there will tell you, like, it can't be like Rift Generator, right? I feel like a Rift Generator is cheap. But I mean, Rift Needle was all right. A Rift Needle, because I want the model, so other things with it. It's not going to be like this, right? It's not going to be quite like this. It's going to be kind of sharp, right? I want it to be sharp. It's not going to be a full block. I may make it to where if you step on it, it hurts you. Probably will. Maybe, depending on what the model looks like. If it doesn't make sense for the model, if I end up making something that I really like, but the idea is, right, it would like pierce, you know, like it would rip the fabric of reality to create your rift. So, like, I mean, Weave was in there, right? You know, Rift Weaver, maybe? Rift Loom, Needle, like, there are a lot of neat things. Does a Rift have a nucleus core? Tear, weave, etc.? No, it's just a rift. Like, it really, this is our interpretation of a rift right now. And basically, the item that drops is going to be a condensed version of that energy. Yeah, sort of the veil between realities. Yeah, right? So, like, the veil... Veil something. But I think Veil's, like, hard, because you can't do, like, Rift Veil, right? Because a veil is like a covering, right? This would not be covering something up, right? Like, this would be removing it, pulling it back. exactly. We get to decide what it is, so that little thing that drops could be a nucleus, for example, which might help form what the other terms would be. Yeah, true. I mean, right now it's called a rift charge. I don't know. I need a name to continue. I need a name that I'm gonna be okay with, so I don't have to spend 30 minutes undoing a bad name in like 50 different places. I need this. This is the worst part. Veilgate, but no, gives wrong impression. Yeah. I think I want to stay away from gate because of the gateway system that I have. There have been people already confused about the gateway system and how to do the you know, how to deal with gateways. So I don't want to have something like gate in the name, because then they'll assume like, is that part of this, you know, like the multi-block structure. You know, I can say let's table veil. Let's table veil. Let's call it, I mean, is Rift Loom bad for a name? Is a Rift Loom a bad name? A rifter. A rifterator. Takes a rift flex capacitor. Like, why loom? Because loom has to do with weaving. You weave this thing. I don't know. It weaves, yeah, it weaves a rift. That's why. It weaves a rift. We're just spitballing ideas because I literally can't make anything else until I come up with this name. I can't make anything. I can't even make placeholder files because the files have to have the name, right, to keep everything consistent. If it means it's a loom, then the core should be a rift fabric. Well, it's in the same sense of like, you know, let's think of like astrophysics and stuff, right? Like, let's think in the sense of like, you have space and you have time put together, space-time for relativity. You know what I mean? Like, and you think like the fabric of space-time. It's not a literal fabric, but I don't want to rely too heavily on that either. A rift fabricator. Oh, God, I hate that sound. I hate that name. Why did I say that? No, I don't want a fabricator. It sounds too techy. I think the loom hold a part of the fabric in place so you can safely open a rift. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good too, right? A lot of the name's gonna feel better with when you start explaining it, you know? So our new graviton engines that mess with the cosmic weave will be called propulsion looms. Could be. I mean, we got quirks, right? And the whole term quirk came from like the one guy that discovered it and was like, it was like some obscure book where it's like one quirk for whatever, 3 quirks for, you know, like whatever the name was of the person. Like, it was a reference that I didn't get. Sure has to make sense with other terms you land on. Yeah. I mean, this thing, it's basically going to be charged with a rift charge, and it's going to create a rift above it. And it's going to expel it to create a rift above it. I thought having rift in the name would be smart, because it has to do with a rift. You know what, ChatGPT? Give me a list of names here. Give me a bunch of things. Dimensional gates, nope. Void weavers, needle. A rift weaver. I mean, see, I keep going like Rift Weavers. That would be kinda... That seems good. Rift Seam Needle. Needle of Realms. Translucent Tapestry Needle. Nexus Needle of Vortex Creation. Dimension Breaker Needle. Ooh. The Dimension Breaker. Dimension Breaker. Sounds like a spell name. I mean, the rift happens right above it. It holds it in place. Well, yes and no. It's a one-time use, so then that rift will last however long your rift weather is. I don't want people to think like it stays on and permanently makes a rift. People are going to think that anyways. The Veil Piercer Needle. Oh, Veil Piercer. Veil Piercer. Oh wait, what's some of my... I've got to make sure, yeah, Rift Walker, okay. I was like, wait, I have a name that has Rift in it too. Find them with a Rift Seeker, get some Void Residue, put it in your Etheric Convergence engine. Oh. Yeah, but it's in a certain place. Rift Forge? Well, I don't want to do a Rift Forge because I thought about that. I think that was like one of the first ones, but I have a Spell Forge. And the Spell Forge works a certain way, so I wanted to stay away from anything with a forge. Not gonna lie, I kind of like the Interdimensional Spire. The Interdimensional Spire. Kind of reminds... The first thing I thought of was like Interdimensional Cable from Rick and Morty. Not gonna lie. I don't like Veil Loom though. That's... because you're creating more mystery, right? This should be piercing it, right? It's manipulating our you know, I mean, does Veil Loom work? What does everyone think of Veil Loom? This is, for everyone watching this on YouTube with a video later, just skip ahead an hour and change. we'll get past the name there, then you can see how I make this thing. Trust me, I could have this thing made. If we had a name right off the bat and I didn't wander into No Man's Sky, we would be working right now with a block that we could right click to spawn, and it would spawn a rift above it. You'd be able to use the charge on it, it would consume the charge, it would do it all. Temporal Beacon. Again, that's a good thing. So I do want to have lunar magic. I was going to have the Moonwell be a beacon, like have a beacon on it. So because I wanted to bring the Minecraft beacon system in. To hold the fabric of reality in place when opening a rift. I'm not sold on Veil Loom or most Loom things, but not coming up with anything better. Right? That you know, that's kind of how I feel, Juno. Because it's like, it sounds like I think I like the term veil more than the loom part, if I'm thinking. But now I'm thinking of like the Veil Piercer, you know, the Dimensional Spire, the Veil Ripper, Let's see. Let's do more. More? Veil Bane. Well, that would be getting rid of the veil, right? The Warp Weaver. Can't have anything in clips. Convergence? Spire? The Convergence Spire. This sucks. Tether? Oh man, tether would be good, but the first thing I think of when it's a tether is that while it's running, it's keeping the rift alive. You know, that's the first thing I think, because I can't do that because the game's very aggressive. When a rift spawns, it puts it into the global list of rifts. And depending on rift weather, it prunes out that list. And once it prunes out that list, your rift goes away. Right? So a lot of the stuff, it's going to in a multiplayer server too, if multiple people are using this stuff, I'm not sure how this whole thing is going to work regardless, right? Like, can you have like 5 different rifts nonstop open over here? Because there's a total maximum before it starts killing things off randomly. So I can't really force it. Yeah, right. I can't force it to stay open. So I can't tether the rift to this while it runs. Because if I could, then I could literally make it a utility block at that point. And like while the utility block is running, it would just keep a rift open above. I can't really do that, unfortunately. Not easily, right? Like it would involve me making literally my own rift system from scratch. And then spawning my rift from that with the modifications to it, right? I think I'm gonna have to go to put up a poll for this. I think that's what's gonna happen. The Spectral Seamstress. The Cosmic Rift Weaver. The Void Thread Needle. The Rune Spire Needle. Vortex Spike. The Nebulas. Prism Weft. I hate them all. I hate them all. It tried. All right, I'll have to talk about it more. You know what? My butt's starting to hurt. I'm hungry. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna take a little break. I'm gonna take a about maybe 30-minute to an hour break, and then we'll come back on. Let's find someone to raid. Boo 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 boo. All right, who is streaming the game? Twitch. Vintage Story. Okay, what is going on with this? Oh my god, did Twitch have an update that pissed me off? I think so. Okay, there we go. Jesus. All right, who do we got? We got Perk Cost Cereal, Vintage Story. We got 900 viewers right now? Oh my god, it's doing this whole thing now. Like the live channels and the channel format and everything? Oh, god damn it, Twitch, I hate you. Oh. Just fucking leave things alone. You're making money already. Why you gotta make things different? Piss people off. Ugh. Hate this. Who? You know, I can't even look at this. Can someone give me a name of someone to raid? No questions asked. Unless I see it's like nude hot tub streamer or something. Have a good breaky stretch. Yeah, I need to stretch. I need to stretch. I need to get some food. Ooh. Gotta come up with a name. Who can I stream? I despise that the game has done this. Or that Twitch has done this. I despise it. In every sense of every fiber of my being. I despise it. I love how like the live channels and I got one person that's just like most of my screen is literally someone streaming that I don't want to see. I want to see everyone else. I dislike this. All right, who is streaming? Who am I following? Should I even bother rating anyone? Should I just leave? Maybe I should just end the stream. In protest to Twitch changing stuff. Like, I hate this. I hate this. Go breaky. Yeah, raid next time. All right, I'll do that. I'll raid next time. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. You know, it's been pretty productive. We got some good ideas out there. I like the idea of this unnamed block. We just gotta come up with the real name for it, right? What's the name gonna be for whatever this block is gonna look like? All right, put your rift charge on there, boom, consumed it, and bam, right? Magic happens. What is that gonna be? What's it gonna look like? I mean, you've got matrix there, could keep it consistent. The botanical matrix, though, it's the only thing that I use for that has the term matrix in it. And if I give it matrix, people are going to think it's going to work just like all the utility blocks, and it's not going to. You won't be able to charge it with transmutation or rusty dust, and it's not going to just run and do an effect, right? So it's some good ideas, some good ideas for sure. We'll get it though. We'll get it. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful time, and I'll talk to you all later. Like I said, probably 30 minutes to an hour. Rummage for some food. Stretch. Yeah. Grab another soda because this one's like gone. All right. Thank you. Have a great one. Bye, everyone.